The three from Barnes, and that one's good. Barnes has got 5 now.
Cavaliers timeout.
So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland.
Yeah, maybe a change of the game plan right now, looking at some different sets because of the matchups.
Yeah, I agree with you because they're looking to tweak things to maybe get those matchups working in their favor.
So many great statistics are available to demonstrate just how dominant the Warriors were last season. My favorite is, GA, their point differential.
You know, to be able to beat your opponent by double digits on average is something only 8 teams have been able to do in the history of the league.
It's amazing.
And fellas, in this quarter, he's improved on what was already a very good performance in period number 1.
And it's Dellavedova missing. Warriors trail by 11. And here they go. That's good from Barnes on the assist by Clark. And it's 7 points for Barnes.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
The screen from Thompson. The drive by James. And it's Thompson with the jam.
And putting in the work on the boards, and it's paying off with chances like that.
And GA, he does put in the work. You're right. It's why he's on the finishing end of one putback slam after another.
Well, his effort has never been a question mark. He is an incredibly self-motivated player.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Love's checked in for Mozgov. Smith comes in for LeBron. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Shumpert. Thompson with it, guarded now by Irving. Green kicks to Thompson. Spates against Love. No good from Spates. Cleveland leading by 11. Smith. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here.
Risky pass in a situation like that. Very lucky that wasn't a steal.
Fortunate to get it through. I thought he was headed the other way with that one.
And Cleveland making a change here. Fry's checked in.
Well, that's a very low percentage shot. Not good basketball at all. One he probably should have passed on.
There's the pick. Smith against Curry. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Smith, no good.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Irving. Outside Curry. It's rebounded by Cleveland. And now the fast break. Irving with the ball. No one near Smith as he lets it go. Again, the miss by Smith. Warriors trail by 11. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
I got to find something, you're right. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. And it goes on Draymond Green.
And it's not often that one of your enforcers is also one of your best three-point shooters, but such is the case with J.R. Smith. Everywhere he's gone, he's played both roles, sometimes to the team's benefit, but others to its detriment.
Well, Greg, on the topic of Smith, you never know what his personality is going to bring to the game, or Clark, even the moment.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Moment to moment, it's an adventure. When the good they can't guard him, he's knocking down threes, playing solid D, creating havoc for the opponent. Bad JR is taking and missing wild shots, going to sleep on defense, and causing problems for his own team.
Yeah. And stolen by Love. It's deflected. And stolen by Spates. Now the Warriors moving it up. Thompson with the ball. Curry's shot is good.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Time-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he's on the money, that's no doubt. Top of the key. The shot misses. Warriors trail by 10. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock, and the shot is good.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Feeds it to Dellavedova. Right side, Irving. Clock at 6. The tray. That's good. Irving's got 9.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Down low, here's Green, and he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope, his only concern right now, Clark, is getting the point. He got it! Wow! He got it!
Wow, what a miracle heave to finish off the quarter. How'd he get that one to go?
I don't know, but I think that's a 2% shot. He'd make 2 out of 100.
And so that brings...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Cleveland did not hesitate to set the pace. You could see the daggers in their eyes as they went on a 10-4 run to start things off. Much of their... All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report as it's just about time for the start of the third quarter.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
Yeah, he was in attack mode from the word go. Came out very aggressively in that first half.
Take a look at his shot chart. It looks like the ink spilled right at the rim. No reason for him to settle for anything less.
J.R. Smith and LeBron at the 2 and 3. Thompson is out there with Kevin Love, and it's Irving in at the point guard position. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now.
Well, the term dream season can be applied to Steve Kerr's first year. Comes in and sets a franchise record in wins, and also wins a title for the Warriors in his first year. Still unreal. A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team. Excellent
feed from Steph Curry.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. An even 3-on-3 break. Thompson from long range. No good. And Cleveland will come the other way. And for Kerr, so much was made of how much pressure he had to face to get the Warriors to improve. Inheriting that team from Mark Jackson. Greg, those are good points. He passed that test, though, Clark, I think, with flying colors.
Well, first time that a rookie head coach has won a title since the NBA's inception. I think that says it all right there. Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving.
Iman Shumpert's checked in for Cleveland. Cleveland shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one. Free throw, no good for LeBron. Well, last season would be one where Kevin Love played a different role, saw his numbers decline, but that was, I think, especially with LeBron and Kyrie, much better players than he ever had in Minnesota. That was to be expected.
It's a great point, Kevin. And Love dropped about 10 points per game in terms of his output. The field goal percentage as well as three-point percentage was down, but still, he traded it all to be on a winning team. And I really feel like his numbers will start to go up as he makes the adjustment to playing with great players.
Good point. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
And, you know, for Love last season, we knew he'd be in a supporting role to LeBron. You put any player next to LeBron, and he automatically becomes some kind of role player.
And thinking back to Love and his numbers last year, we saw the same thing from Bosh when he played with LeBron. Love and Bosh had similar reductions in scoring, but both were still great players, and they both have the ability to adapt and impact the game in other ways.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Osgood's checked in. Golden State also making some changes. Leandro Barbosa is checked in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry.
Kyrie Irving made his first playoff appearance last season with the Cavs, and individually got a big $90 million max extension as well. He's in a really good spot in his career at this point.
Timeout called the Warriors. And speaking of Irving's star status, Last season, a signature shoe in his name. I see, in fact, you and Clark are wearing them tonight. That's always a big deal.
Kevin, that's an elite club to be in. Only the true superstars get that kind of status. He certainly got the flash to go with the substance.
And the Warriors making a change here. Rush is checked in. Shumpert, no good. Warriors trail by 12. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. When you think about Shaun Livingston, you think about the career that might have been an absolute rising star after being taken Clark 4th back in the 2004 draft.
Kevin, he was averaging over 5 assists a game as a teenager, and his shot was improving every year. Then the devastating knee injury. Just great to see him back playing basketball.
And you know what? His mind's playing tricks on him right now because he's not going to live that.
Let the games begin. Let the games begin. Games begin. I just go in whenever I feel like it.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey there, and thank you for joining us on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. This NBA season didn't take long to get interesting, but these two gentlemen have always captured our interest. Say hello to Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Hello, Kenny.
Hey, how are you?
Hello, Shaq. Tonight, it'll be the New York Knicks going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. And for Cleveland, maybe it hasn't been quite the start to the season they were hoping for. They're just 2-3 so far, but probably a little too early to get hung up on the one-loss record at this point. And you hear Kyrie Irving's name, and you think of a playmaking point guard. But he is as deadly a shooter, Kenny, as anyone in the league from time to time.
I mean, the guy won a three-point contest,
Yeah.
so no surprise there. You know, he's averaged, 2 to 3 three-pointer shots made in the last couple of seasons. Now he's quick to get off his shot off the dribble, which is different from most three-point shooters. That's why some people don't really recognize him as a three-point shooter.
And not only that, Kenny, because he's so fast, you got to respect his drive and give him the space. As soon as you do that, yak him.
Starting at
Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. The New York Knicks coming to this one. New York trailing. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Roten dishes to Freak.
Now, in a moment here, let's check out the numbers for O'Quinn. Last season's performance for him, he averaged about 5 points a game last year, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Better than expected. He still has a ways to go, but I like what I'm seeing right now.
Ilyasova, he's checked in for Cleveland. Shumpert comes in for LeBron. And a switcher also for New York. Jose Calderon, he's checked in for Roten. Now let's send it down to Doris Burke, who was able to talk with head coach Tyronn Lue.
Kevin, speaking to him about their game plan, he said it is all about taking care of the ball and not forcing anything. He said the one team that beats us more than any other is ourselves. If we get sloppy on offense, then it'll be a very tough game for us to win. It's something I stressed to them before the game. Let's see if they heard the message, guys.
And Doris, appreciate the report. And we'll get to see early on here how coaches' focus on their shot selection comes to fruition, guys.
And if they